Ryan Gosling, a tech billionaire whose face graces the covers of Forbes and Time, yet whose nights are haunted by silence. From his penthouse overlooking Central Park, Ryan drinks his morning coffee in solitude, the hum of the city below contrasting his hollow world above. To everyone else, he's a visionary, the man who built Ryan Dynamics, a company worth billions. But to himself, he's a prisoner of wealth, surrounded by people who see only his fortune, never his heart. Ryan's world orbits around 3 women, each reflecting a side of his loneliness. Blake Lively, his glamorous girlfriend, all diamonds and photo ops, obsessed with image. And Hathaway, his sharp, ambitious executive assistant, whose loyalty always seems to have fine print. And finally, America Ferrera, his quiet maid, unseen, soft-spoken, humble to a fault. When Ryan overhears and bragging about her future as Mrs. Gosling and Blake Lively mocking his need for attention, something in him cracks. He begins to wonder, who among them truly sees him? Not the billionaire? Late one night, staring at the city lights, Ryan conceives a plan, not out of malice, but desperation. He will give each woman a limitless credit card for 3 days. No rules, no questions. Their choices will reveal who they really are. His head of security, James, installs discreet trackers and spending monitors. I'm not testing their loyalty, Ryan tells himself. I'm uncovering their truth. As dawn breaks over Manhattan, he seals 3 black envelopes, each bearing a name written in silver ink. Blake Lively. And Hathaway. America Ferrera. At a luxury helipad atop the Ritz-Carlton, Blake Lively struts in with paparazzi-ready perfection. When Ryan hands her the card, her blue eyes sparkle with delight. 3 days. Anything I want, she asks, already planning her spree. Within hours, she's parading through Fifth Avenue boutiques, sipping champagne at designer fittings, live-streaming her yacht party on the Hudson under the caption #BillionaireLife. By nightfall, she spent nearly $100,000, all for followers, likes, and applause. She never once calls Ryan. He watches the footage from his penthouse, heart sinking, realizing her love is built on receipts and validation. The next morning, and Hathaway receives her card. She's too composed to squeal. Her eyes, however, gleam with purpose. Within hours, she's at a rooftop power brunch with venture capitalists, using Ryan's name as her golden ticket. She books photo shoots, buys tailored suits, and networks with investors interested in Ryan Dynamics. To her, the card is leverage, a business move, not a gift. Her purchases are calculated, her motive strategic. She doesn't love him, she wants to be him. America Ferrera discovers the envelope on the kitchen counter. Confused, she knocks on Ryan's study door, thinking it's a mistake. It's for you, he assures her gently. Spend it however you want. Her brows knit with uncertainty. She's never been offered something so extravagant. That night, she walks through Harlem, card in hand, standing before small stores she's passed every day. She buys groceries, pays off a neighbor's medical bill, and donates to an orphanage. She even buys hot meals and quietly hands them to homeless men by the subway. Her total spending? Under $200. 3 days later, Ryan's security team delivers the reports. Blake spent 6 figures on vanity and fame, and used her access to pitch herself as Ryan's silent partner. America Ferrera gave everything away, selflessly, without knowing she was being watched. Ryan stares at Ferrera's photo on the monitor, her handing food to a man shivering in the cold. He feels a lump in his throat. For the first time in years, he's moved, not by profit or performance, but by quiet kindness. Ryan invites the 3 women to a dinner at his penthouse. Blake dazzles in red, and, sharp and poised, Ferrera, modest and nervous. The tension is palpable. As candles flicker, Ryan begins to speak. 3 days ago, I gave each of you a card. No rules, no limits. It wasn't a gift. It was a test. The room freezes. Blake scoffs, and his eyes narrow. One by one, he reveals their actions, Blake's parties and schemes, Ferrera's compassion. Blake storms out in outrage and in cold pride. Only Ferrera remains, trembling, whispering, "I thought I was being fired." After dinner, silence fills the house. Ryan walks down the servants' corridor, a place he's never been. He knocks softly on Ferrera's door. She's in simple pajamas, startled to see him. "I owe you an apology," he says. "You didn't need to be tested." She listens quietly as he confesses his loneliness and fear of being used. Ferrera tells him, kindness doesn't need a reason. It just needs a willing heart. For the first time, Ryan feels seen, not as a billionaire, but as a man. Months pass. Ferrera begins managing a new foundation Ryan funds, one dedicated to real people, not profit. She leads with heart, restoring orphanages, funding shelters, and building food programs in the Bronx. Ryan learns to live again. Barefoot breakfasts, shared laughter, planting herbs together in the mansion's once cold garden. The tabloids explode. Billionaire falls for his maid. But when there's no scandal, only sincerity, the story fades. What remains is love, quiet, enduring, unbought. Years later, the Ryan mansion has transformed. One wing now a learning center, another a refuge for women in need. Ryan and Ferrera's daughter grows up listening to her mother's bedtime story, the tale of a man who gave away everything to find what mattered. When she asks, "Mama, is it true?" Ferrera smiles softly. "It's the truest story I've ever lived." Outside her door, Ryan listens, tears glistening in his eyes. His empire is no longer measured in dollars, but in laughter, kindness, and a love that asked for nothing and gave everything. We have come to the end of the story. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more interesting stories. Have a good one.